Hello YouTube and welcome to Michigan. It's time for race number 14 of the Hooters Series, or the NRSL Hooters Series here from Michigan, and it's glad to be back. And before I start going into the starting grid and all that and the points coming in, just want to say, because I've been meaning to say this on the last few races, if you haven't already, please go sign up on the NRSL forum. I'll have the link in the description to this race, as well as pretty much any other race that is on this weekend. But with that, here we go. Starting lineup for this race. On the pole today is Jeff James. Starting alongside of him will be the 06 of Sam Young. Max Newirth and Kyle Collins make up row 2. With Matt Duncan, Matt Dixon row 3. Zach Kreller and Jay Stell in row 4. And our points leader, Dylan Young, will start outside row 5 alongside Hiroshi Kazuyoshi. Here's the rest of the starting grid. We'll have the command as they are going through this.
Drivers, start your engines!
Now that the command has been given, the points coming in. Dylan Young is the points leader by 83 points over Jessica Shelton in the 98. Her teammate Charles Sanford is 96 back. As there you see her on the final row. Her teammate Charles Sanford is 96 points back in third. Kyle Collins is 111 points back in fourth. Kyle Matthews is fifth in points, 113 points back, coming off the win at Charlotte. The rest of the top 10, Maxwell Chan is the only other guy who can leave here as the points leader. Then it's Max Newirth, Preston Plord, Alex May, and Sky Commons. As is usual, we will be carrying 8 onboard cameras, and they are as follows. Starting with our points leader, Dylan Young, who will be carrying the Lowe's onboard camera. Jessica Shelton will be carrying the Dodge onboard camera. Charles Sanford, the Ragu onboard camera. This is an interesting sight to see right there. Kyle Collins will be carrying the Chevy onboard camera. Kyle Matthews, the Great Clips onboard camera. Maxwell Chan, the Ford onboard camera. Kris Wascher will be carrying the Michigan onboard camera. And our final onboard of the day will be the Geico onboard camera carried by Max Newirth. But we have problems in the field, and it's the 41. As here we go, green flag is out, and unfortunately, Chris Louvier, the Cleveland winner, will not be taking it. Well, at least he will be taking it from pit lane. There you see him gain the green flag, so there's that going for him. Meanwhile, Sam Young gets the jump off the front row. An amazing job by the 06, and they're wrecking already. Kreller, Dixon around. Maxwell Chan's in it. Dylan Young, our points leader, is in it. Shelton is in it. Marias, Thoreau. Huge wreck. Shelton is on her roof. Oh, that's an interesting way to welcome back the series. William Duncan is in the grass. And we're still racing back to the caution, by the way. Wow, the 22 is wicked slow there. Amanda Shelley. Max Newirth leads the field. Chris Louvier, actually, this saves him. Louvier is still on the lead lap. But a lot of drivers with damage here in the early going. And you wonder, was this kind of maybe the similar thing we saw to yesterday with the Reebok Truck Series races? Marias' car is destroyed. Shelton's car on pit lane now. That is a tough way to go and start this one. Lap 1, we've already had a wreck. As I was going to say though, you wonder if this was maybe something that was similar to what we saw yesterday where they went 4 wide off the corner. As problems for Sam Young underneath the caution, the car is slow or something. Problems for Sam Young underneath the caution. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. We'll update you on Sam Young's condition later. And we are back. We are looking on the helicopter cam, trying to see what happened. They are 4 wide behind Kazuyoshi. And it's our points leader, Dylan Young, who makes contact with the truck points leader, Jay Stella. Matt Dixon and Zach Kreller get clipped up from behind in this. And we're going to watch. There's Maxwell Chan getting clipped. There's Dylan Young. Kreller, there's Chan. We're looking back here. Here comes Shelton into this. Trying to get Wood up. Going to make a little bit of contact with the 6, but she's all right there. There's Marias. Jonathan Zorline's the one that makes contact to send the 98 up on her roof. And Dylan Thoreau there. Wow. So with that, I think there's something up here. Jordan Davis in the grass. For some reason, the 22 was wicked slow, and I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, wow, we did have another wreck. Okay, good instincts by me here. So after Kreller gets hit, Shelley bounces off the wall into Pollard, turns the 57 around, and Jordan Davis comes along, clips him. News coming out this week that he was not actually going to be signing with Evernham. The Dodge Motorsports group there that's got him the ride decided to part ways with the driver. So Jordan Davis is going to be interesting there, not having that factory support behind him there with the Dodge team. Let's see if he's able to get a ride or not, or if he will just fade away into the background or something. But either way, let's go ahead and take some onboard, and so we'll go back to the restart. First onboard we will take is that of Dylan Young. Let's watch the hometown hero try and work his way through it. And he's in it, yeah. And we are back. Matthew Marias, Maxwell Chan, and Jessica Shelton are out after that. Max Newirth leads over Jeff James, Kyle Collins, Charles Sanford, Jay Stella, Matt Duncan, Preston Plord, Kyle Matthews, Matt Balding, Austin LaPlante with some damage there in 10th. Rest of the top 20 is Seth Cole, Amanda Shelley, Ben Newirth, Time Pollard, Eric Powers, Stephen Paul III, Mason Powers, Alex May, Jake Baskinger, Ashley LaPlante, Jerry Shelley, Card Pollard, Brennan Patterson, Cosmic Nova, Sky Commons, Henry Powers, Kris Wascher, Dylan Thoreau, Mary Shelley, Jordan Davis, William Duncan, Dylan Young, Chris Louvier, Mason Neal, Jonathan Zorline, Hiroshi Kazuyoshi, Zach Kreller, Matt Dixon, and Sam Young. We do not have an update on what went wrong with Sam Young's car, but he did get back out there, so Max Newirth leads us down, and the green flag is out for the Geico Dodge, looking for win number two on the season. Jeff James trying to get a win on the season, just trying to get something to go right for him. As here comes Kyle Collins, the yellow freight Chevrolet, looking to the inside. Charles Sanford going to follow. So Jeff James kind of falling back here in the early going. We saw it on the original start as well, so maybe just takes a lap or two for his car to get up to speed as Kyle Collins goes for the race lead. Jay Stella going for third. And here we go, the 0-0, fourth in the points, 111 points back, looking to capitalize on a rough day for the top two. Just ran his fastest lap of the race, no surprise. Just kind of getting up to speed here. But look at the run Newirth got on the outside of turn number 2. Collins going to have to fall back in line as here comes Charles Sanford. Looking for second now. Kyle Matthews up here in fourth with Jay Stella right now battling for that spot. And here comes the Dodge of Matthews trying to get around the 9 of Charles Sanford. That's for third. And how about Mr. Irrelevant going for 2 in a row here? He's up to third. 3 wide for fourth. Jeff James, Sanford in the middle. Jay Stella there on the low side. And it looks like it's going to be Jeff James getting the run off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Look at the back of the field. See who's off the pace. Yeah, our points leader's back there. Sam Young having to try and negotiate through the slower cars. Remember, Sam's car not having damage. Probably just a flat tire or something that he felt. As, oh boy, they're almost 4 wide right here. This is going to be a mess. Sky Commons, Jerry Shelley, Cosmic Nova, Jake Baskinger, Time Pollard's in this. 4 wide at Michigan. This ain't going to work for long, boys. They get out of it. Oh, but there was contact, though, between Commons and Shelley. Looking back up towards the front now. Into the top 10 we go. Looking up as Kyle Matthews is going for second on Kyle Collins. Trying to make it dodge 1-2. And Jeff James would like to make it dodge in the top 3 spots here at Michigan. Important race for all the manufacturers here. And here comes Matt Balding up into the top 5 now. The DEI number 11 as James had to get back in line. Balding's going to try and take it to the inside line now. Not necessarily the best of moves there. Sanford still riding that high line as Plord's up there as well. Collins all over the back bumper of Matthews here down the front straightaway as Balding still tries to make the pass for fourth. As Matthews goes for the race lead. Oh, the momentum you get after a race win apparently. Max Neuwirth now down the back straightaway as Collins goes for second with Matthews falling back to third. It looks like here comes Jeff James up into this fray. He's in fourth. Pollard got a little loose or maybe got a little bit of bumper tag from the 22 saying move out of my way. Pollard back here just outside the top 10 now. As 3 abreast here going into 1. Sanford on the far outside. Alex May going up into the middle of it now as Sanford gets a hell of a run down the back straightaway. Actually got to the outside of Stella there down the back, but Stella gets back in line in front of him. As Jeff James now trying to take it to the outside of the 38. He's on the outside of the 11 though. And the run goes to the inside line. Move Balding into fourth. Matthews holds on to third right now. As still 3 wide for the 7th spot on the racetrack. Eric Powers now in the middle, on the low side as it's Alex May getting the run through the middle part of that run corner there that gets the run off turn 2. As Matthews once again trying for second here. Where does Balding go is going to be the question as it looks like Matthews might be able to hang in there. Looks like Balding's going to make it 3 wide for second. That might be what Matthews needs going down into 1. We just saw with Alex May. A little bit of a lag there. Balding did not get to the inside Matthews, which means Collins gets the run down the straightaway. Jeff James going up into this battle now. He's going to make sure that Matthews can't get in line. And Max Neuwirth is loving this right now. As now Matthews into second. And the lap traffic of Kreller and Dixon just heading into 1 and 2 now. Matthews into second, trying to chase down the Geico Dodge of Max Neuwirth. Both looking for win number 2 on the season, which would lock them into the chase essentially. Especially considering we're on race 14 of 26. The second half of the regular season started today. Kyle Collins with 2 wins already this season. As Matthews makes a peek to the inside of Max Neuwirth down into 4. Not able to get the move done yet. And he's going to need to try and probably fall back into line there, I think. Here comes Collins. Collins making a peek to the inside. Not going to get there just yet as they head into 1. 5 laps to go from Michigan. Alex May had an outside line there. He's going to 5th now down the back straightaway. How about the Roushketeers moving their way up here? Brennan Patterson and Preston Plord. Patterson, this was important because where was he at? Yeah, he was 34th in the points. He has a win. Desperate need to get a good run here. Kazuyoshi was too, but not going to happen. Patterson and Kazuyoshi trying to get into the top 30 in points so that they can use their win to make the chase. People that don't want them to are like Sky Commons, a Jake Baskinger. Guys who I think are pretty much on that bubble of being in on their points right now. If the points were to have the chase were to have started today, those are the people that don't want to see a Patterson or a Kazuyoshi have a good run. They'd rather see him outside the top 30. As there's Kreller and Dixon, they're coming to the front stretch right now. They're at the line. Neuwirth is at the line now. Oh my gosh, they're going to catch him before the end of this, I think. Who's going to get around the lap traffic? The best is probably going to decide this winner. As Matthews goes to the inside of Neuwirth now for the top spot. Not going to get there. Now Collins going to try and make the move for second. Matthews gets in line and Collins makes the switch over now. Going to the inside. The crossover, I'm sorry. Jeff James now trying to make a move. As Matthews going to get the run off the corner there on turn 4. Patterson into 5th now. As Patterson's going to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway here. He's inside of Collins now. And it's James on the outside. Collins going to get the run. And they have caught him. You can see him in the same picture. Kreller and Dixon right in front of the race leaders. As it looks like they're going to get out of the way. Maybe not. Dixon does get out of the way. Okay. So the 2 leaders get around the lap traffic nicely. Patterson's going to be the first that does not, and this is going to be killer for Patterson. Getting stuck behind Kreller right now. It's going to make the inside line a little bit better right now. Patterson's just seeing all these spots go away, and he's thinking, why? Here comes Sanford now. Sanford was 14th the last time by. Eric Powers moved up to the outside right behind the 8. That wasn't a wise choice. Patterson's still stuck up there. So is Plord. Who else is back here? Look at Jay Stella. Now Patterson finally gets to the inside. Jay Stella, Jake Baskinger all stuck back there. And, oh my gosh, in all that, oh wow, that's a fail. Max Neuwirth has won because I didn't even realize we're coming to the checkered flag. I totally lost track of the number of laps. Wow. I lost track of the number of laps there. So your top 10 today: Max Neuwirth, Kyle Matthews, Kyle Collins, Jeff James, Alex May, Matt Balding, Dylan Thoreau, Time Pollard, Eric Powers, and Charles Sanford, the top 10. Patterson through the lap traffic falls to 16th. Ouch. Nice rebound for Chris Louvier. Remember, had to go to pit road before the start. Finishes 23rd. Great run for the 41, all things considered. The 3 drivers who did not get to see the finish after the lap 1 wreck. Fortunate for them. I don't know if Dylan Young's going to be able to actually hold the points lead. It might be Kyle Matthews or Charles Sanford who might be leaving here as the points leader, leaving the round of Michigan. So with that, I will say so long. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Go sign up for the NRSL forum, please. Trying to get people on there. I'm posting stuff about the series on there. You can make up your own storylines for me to use in the race. All that good stuff. But see you later. So long. And we'll see you next week. Still 1 race from Michigan left to go.